Hey guys, it's Wes. We're getting back on the GY6 scooter build today, but first I want to talk about some stuff. The guy, Frederick Logue, I haven't been able to contact him. I've tried to respond and try to tell him he won, so by the time this video gets posted, if he doesn't respond, I'm going to have to pick somebody who will respond to send them some stuff. So, Fred, if you're watching this video, contact me, man. Get on my email. Let me know what to do. But first of all, before we get started, I want to show you some of the stuff that I discovered while I was making the first video, and then a little bit afterwards. A couple of problems that popped up, some things I'm thinking about, and then I'll show you the rebuild kit, and then we'll get into tearing this thing apart and see if I can. Oh yeah, there's the other thing I'll show you. Yeah, check this out. Whoa.
That's the cops.
Okay, I took the covers off, and I did pull the valve cover and a couple other things, but I remember in the first video I wasn't sure what was the reason why it's smoking. I think I figured it out. Let me pull this valve cover off. Get my light here, and you can see, maybe you can, the springs are friggin' broken. Can you see that? Both valve springs are broken. The bottom one, I think, is in like 3 pieces. And there's no valve lash. So, it's a good thing I got another head. Alright, hold on. I got a big mess here. In the last video... hold on. Let me put this up. There we go. This bolt, which goes in here and holds that swing arm, there's a nut on the back and it's stripped. So what I did is I went to a local hardware store and I found a bolt and a nut, because I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in this video, but I have to do this eventually. I'm going to have to come in here. I'm going to cut these 2 tacks on this nut. You can kind of see it better on this one. There's a tack. There's 2 tacks. I got to cut those off. I'm going to weld that nut on there and put that good bolt. So that's something I got to do. And then, also I didn't like these bolts. They go through the exhaust bracket and they hold this back. It's not a swing arm, but it's like a, whatever it is. They on. They're super long. I might use one of them and trim it, but then I got a couple different ones, and these may not work. They're just a touch shorter, and they got a little bit of shank, for a little better support. And I also bought some screws for all the plastics, because when I put it together before, I just grabbed whatever I had in my bins. So I got all the same sheet metal screws, Okay, so on to this. I think we're just going to take this apart, because I want to see if the piston rings are damaged, because I do think they are. And then we'll start talking about how some of the stuff I've learned and how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like torque specs and, stuff like that. Oh, sorry. One more thing. Before I get into this, I want to look at some of these parts. This is, I think this is oil pump parts and some rollers for the scooter, or the CVT, some intake bolts, a couple other things. I don't know if I'm going to use the oil pump right now. I can get to that after it's assembled, because I believe it's on the CVT side, but, or the rollers. I don't know. I'll use what I think I need out of here. But then this is a thing. I remember I was talking about I wanted to cut this EGR off, and I'm really on the fence whether or not I should just leave it. Because it never, it ran fine. I'm not trying to build a performer. I just want it to work, as a little bebop around town kind of scooter. So, I don't know. We'll talk about that probably in the next video. I'll come with a decision. But, okay, now let's take this apart. Okay, we're going to take this apart. Now, by no means is this going to be a tutorial, because, I just went on YouTube and learned how to do this. I do have some experience with motors, but I've never took one of these apart. But I did learn how to do this. So there's a couple of 8mm case screws over here. Get these out. Long boys. And then there are 12mm head bolts. So I'm just going to cheat, use my impact. The guy I watched, it's kind of an old grainy video, but he used all air, so these are nuts. I don't have any replacement hardware for this, so I hope this stuff's okay. Oh, there's Penny. Say hi to everyone, Penny. Hi, kitty cat. Let's go to say hi. Come here. Let's say hi to everyone. Say hi to the YouTube, Penny. Okay. I do need these nuts. I'll take them off later. Let me see if I got a little dead blow hammer here. If I can gingerly knock this cylinder head off. I think I actually have to take this off first. Hold on. I'm kind of jumping the gun here. See, I told you I'm not the right guy for this. This looks in really good shape. Seems okay. The pads don't seem excessively worn. These look okay. That's good. So I gotta take the cam out. I think I might have to take this off first. This is the chain tensioner, which is a weird thing itself. Never seen a chain tensioner like this. Unfortunately, this kit didn't come with any kind of timing stuff. No guides, chain, which I guess is fine. This thing doesn't have a lot of hours. I think it has like 3,000 hours or something on it. So I think this can just come out. There we go. Yeah, that's the chain tensioner. And under this screw, I'll talk about it later, you pull the cap, you twist this thing backwards, and it sucks this plunger up. And then you hold it with your screwdriver and then drop it in. So that's loosened our chain. The cam looks in really good shape. The bearings are beautiful. Like I said, this thing doesn't have a lot of hours on it. Not too bad. Even though there's no valve lash, the valves are shutting. I wasn't sure about that. It didn't seem like it was gonna. Now, I guess these guides, where's my light? They come out. I don't know if I want to mess with them. Do they just pop out? I'm going to leave them there, which might be dangerous. Yep, I'm not touching those. So, this is a moment of truth. This is what I'm curious about. I think the reason why it was smoking is because, maybe I can get you a better shot now that it's out. These valve springs are all busted. And, like I said, I got this thing for free. It didn't even run. I'm amazed. It's running off the inner spring, I think. That's probably why it kind of made some weird noises when it revved. So I'm thinking this piston might be fine, and I just need to replace the head, but I got it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to replace it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. To time this thing, we'll get you a little bit closer. This little guy goes like right straight up. That little metal, can you see that? It's like a little metal magnet, and it goes lined up straight with this, and then the cam gear lines up nice and straight. That's according to that guy on the internet. So now see, that piston looks fine. Yeah, I'm fighting these guys. Your little alignment pins. Oh, this guide is loose here. Okay. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, that one just sits in there resting the head. Cool. Oh yeah, see, that piston's perfectly fine. The cylinder wall. Oh look, it's mint. You can't even tell. I guess ambient light's probably best. I'll take my word for it. It's just mint. No scoring whatsoever. Dang it. Well, that's just my luck anyways. So I'll just keep this jug. And when I do wear it out, I'll just put it back on. And yeah, the rings. Well, the oil ring is kind of crushed. It's a little flat. Yeah. All right. Let's take the piston off, and then let's see if we can just reassemble this thing. Okay, see if I can get this piston off. He's got like little wire clips. Oh my gosh, landed on my hand. Good thing I got new stuff. I think I might have to take this one out because I don't know if this piston's going to be cooperative or not. That one came out nice. Oh, sorry, bumped you. So I'm going to see if I can't just push this out with my finger. Yeah, I think I can. It's just a little carboned up. Let me see. I can grab like a tiny socket. That's a nice guess, huh? And a tiny hammer. And I'll cup this thing so I don't hurt nothing. Oh, I gotta keep going all the way. It's pretty carboned up, I guess. Come on, really? Fine. I guess I could just use a socket for a wrist pin. What is this? Power built 10mm deep well. Yeah, and this stuff looks pretty good to me. I have to admit. Let me back you up. Everything's moving. You know, there's not like a huge. Yeah, look at that. It's like hardly any. This thing's still fine. So I think that's just the valve spring broke, and it tore up my valve guides. So there we go. Now I know. Well, I'm still going to put the new piston and new jug and everything on this. So let's. I'm going to clean up a little bit of this stuff There's a guide here. I wonder if there's one on the head. I gotta look for that when it goes there. I'm gonna clean up this, open up my gasket kit, and we'll get started. Alright, well here's the gasket kit. And it comes with a lot of stuff. There's a valve cover gasket, an exhaust gasket. This is one of the intake gaskets. I think this is the other. This is for the timing tensioner. And obviously head gasket. And there's a case gasket. I think all the case gaskets. So I've already got it started here. I don't know if you know this with these kits here. If you get off the plastic layer, it'll just, you don't have to sit there and fidget with knives. It'll just peel off. Very cool. So some of the stuff I won't need till later. I might find a container to put this stuff in. Yep, can't find one. So here's the head gasket. And this is the one we're looking for right now. So this should go on probably right now. I got this pretty well clean. I don't think I'm going to use any kind of gasket sealer. I don't think that'd be good. Well, this is the first time you guys got to know I did get the right kit. Let me get this on here and I'll show you. Tight. Why is it going so tight around these things? There it goes. That's a little harder than I'd like to push to get a gasket to go, but there we go. It's on there. Is it? Is it all the way, Wes? Okay. Yeah, so here's just here's my head. And you can see, yeah, can you see? Yeah, you can see. I was so afraid because there's two sizes, like I said, but this is the right one. That's the difference. Is this pattern is a small one and a large one. I guess they cloned. This is a Honda clone, I believe. Maybe Yamaha. I'm probably wrong, but I know they cloned a bike, and this is a clone. All the clones have the bigger bolt pattern. That's something I learned. So I'll pull this out. Nice. Now let's get we'll go over here to the table, and I got to assemble the piston. Okay, now, so this is like probably the more stressful part of this whole thing. Is, you know, because I have like really easy possibility that I will snap one of these little guys, because look how tiny they are, especially these oil ring ones, so small. And now there's no instructions in this kit, and you're probably, if you get one off of China, there's probably no instructions in that sucker either. So what I've learned, though, is whenever you get a kit like this, I'm going to go down here on my knees so maybe you can see my face. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. The silver ring, there's two of the oil rings. The silver ring goes up, is the top one, right? And then the black one's the next one. And then your oil rings. And also, these ones do have words on them, so I'm going to try to put the letters up. I think that'll be a good practice. So we'll just casually start installing this stuff. And I mean, I can talk about how, oh, you don't line up the rings and stuff. Everyone knows that. And if you don't, you just don't line up the ring ends. It's pretty self-explanatory. And most of the time, though, this is kind of controversial. Some people say that it's very crucial that you don't line up your rings. But I know that your rings spin. They spin in their place, so they don't stay where you put them. Boy, this is fidgety work. But it can be done. It's not bad. See, there's that one. And here's another one. Yeah, so they spin. So even though you placed them in the most perfect, you know, internet correct placing, they're going to spin. So there's those. See, I got this one lined up here. And this other one. Where's the top one line up? Oh, it's really close to it. We'll just push this over here. There. Next, install this second compression ring. And you can have a tool for this. A lot of guys have a tool. And maybe if you had like a really big piston and you're doing like top fuel drag work and you're rebuilding them all the time. No, not that one. That one. Then it might be cool. But I mean, I rebuild an engine maybe once a year. Sometimes not even. So I'll just try not to open it too much, of course, because you'll break it. No. Right there. And the silver one, ladders up. Stuff's really not that hard to do, guys. No, stay, get out. Only one in at a time. Boom. There. And in this jug here, I just got some engine oil. It's got a little bit of STP in it and maybe some Lucas residue. I reuse this can for a lot of stuff. There we go. A little bit on the skirts and the pin. I just want to see how well it fits. And they come with these two clips. And put one in. And okay, the intake is why is it upside down? Like it says intake up, so I guess I got to put this one in upside down, which is silly to me. So I'll put this back one in. And you can use pliers if you like, but these little tiny ones you can just do with your fingers. Just stuff them in there. There. Boom. Then push the pin. Make sure it's all good. Now we're going to pull the pin out though. So next, we're going to do the cylinder head. I'll just put a little, I don't need that, it's an old head gasket. A little squirt of oil in here. Give it a little censored. Do that. And these should, see, this goes on like this. So the intake up, but upside down. These have a little taper, so you can just push them in with your fingers. But you can't do this with a lot of engines, but most like dirt bikey kind of engines and stuff. You can just kind of, because the cylinder, see, it just pushed in. That's the top compression ring in. Oh, now it's out. So, let's see, it went right in like that time, though. Oil ring. Oil ring can be tricky. because it's got tiny little rings. It's like my Musty says, you got to have fingernails, but I don't have fingernails. Even if I let them grow, I've had brittle fingernails my whole life. Come on now, get that last one in there. I'm on TV. Yeah. Just need a little love tap. And now I've got it sideways. This is kind of the way I like to do this. That way you can... No, I didn't have sideways. I'm silly. Intake up. You can just slip it over the studs, slip your pin in, put your clip in, and then slide it all together, which we're going to do that right now. Get this off my hand so I can push the button. All right, guys. Hopefully I'm getting you in the shot. So what we'll have to do is fish the chain through first. A little bit of gravity help us out there. I don't know, we can't. We have to do it all the hard way. God, see, sometimes I'm dumb. Come on there. The little chain guy just fighting me a little bit. Okay. Now I gotta back up. I'm gonna do all this at once. Get the pin. I'm just gonna get the pin in, and then give me a little tiny bit of room, just a tiny bit. There we go. Oh, a little more. There we go. Get the pin in. See if I can line it up with the rod. Boom. Just like that. Now I'll fight the chain again. We got a little pick thing here. I'm going to grab you. And should be able to. Okay, so you may have noticed that I'm missing the wrist pin clip on that. You know, I'm just trying to push the piston in right now, but rest assured, I do notice just a little bit later, so just continue watching. Everything will be just fine. Push this back. Can I do all this at once? Okay, now turn this in. Yeah, see, top dead center. Bring the piston right back to the top. Oh, I did it. Assembled, kind of. Okay, now I'm going to stick these two little guys in. Do you remember where they came from? Okay. Okay, it wasn't there. Great. I'll just put the gasket on and then we'll figure it out. So, I think, therefore I am. It's got to go like this. I think I should put the chain guide in too. Right now, sorry I kicked you. Because this has to go under the gasket, I believe. Into that slot. Yeah, now there's two bigger ones. Pretty obviously, it's this one and this one. So we'll just stick them in those. A lot of stuff's pretty no-brainer. Ooh, that got dirty. Okay. Good thing, because I'm not very brainer, you know? There we go. Everything seems pretty good. Now we'll put the head on to get the brand new head. This looks really nice. Look, the springs are intact, huh? So we'll just fish this on here. Hopefully, you never know with these kits. Oh yeah, everything went in beautifully. All right, let's get the cam. Okay, on the cam, everyone are different. Some have lines. These ones just have dots. So what you'll do is, on this side this way, you'll line it up with the big dot out, and then line these up with the case, just like this. And now that I'm at top dead center, I'm lined up on this mark here. Just kind of fish the chain in any which way, as long as your marks line up. Bagonk, watch out, coffee cans flying. Is that a frog? We've been getting some rain. All the frogs are waking up out of the mud. Just like that. I'll come give you a look. I don't know if you can see that. Where's my light? Come on, light, turn on. Oh. Is that too much? But yeah, see the two holes line up with the cylinder head. And if it's in, that's where it's at. Just like that. And now we'll put the valve train back on. And it says EX, which is obviously the bottom. I don't know what FS stands for. Oh, I should have had that in the tripod. There that is. Let me get back up here. My fingers are all slippery. This is where we're at. Click, 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 click. So I got the exhaust down, timing set. Let's put these nuts back on. So there's a nut. Each one gets a washer and a nut. And then I'll go get my torque wrench. Well, I'll set it up. I think it's 20 pounds. I'm going to double, triple check. And then we'll...
Okay, any second now. This is editing Wes here in the background. Just ignore it. Any second now, I'm going to notice
everything seems
that
fine.
wrist pin clip is not in. Just watch. It's
And then I'll do the... I'll show you how to do the timing chain tensioner. And then I think that's going to be it for a video. We'll maybe in the next one we'll finish up
right here.
assembly.
I just seen it.
Of the whole thing. You know what I just remembered?
This is disbelief. I'm in total shock right now. You can't tell, but I'm really angry. I don't say anything. That's it.
Yeah, remember when I said this is not a tutorial? I just noticed that sitting there. So, let me put this clip in. I'll get us back to where we were. Why are you guys watching this? I don't even know. Okay, I'm back to where I was. It's all timed. Everything's good. This one has slop. This one doesn't. I might just loosen that off before I torque it. These are 9mm. Oh, I think I already did this once. We will have to set the valves. And I'm just going to set the valves because this is a controversial subject I've learned. Some people say set them both the same. Some people say set the intake looser than the other one. Some say 3 and 5. Some say 5 and 6. Some say 4 and 8. I'm just going to set them, and you can make your own decision on how you want to set yours. That's up to you. Your bike's your bike, your go-kart, your scooter, your little tiny four-wheeler, whatever it is. And okay, I looked up the torque specs, and that's kind of the thing too. I'm going by this one guy, it's like SoCal Scooters or something, that you can tell this guy like rebuilds scooters every day. And he has all the other videos were kind of confusing. His weren't. So I'm just going to go by his specs. It says 21 on other specs, but his says 20 inch-pounds. There's nanomutons or something you could do too. But it says that right there. Newton meters. I guess I could have used that. This is just an old Craftsman 3/8 drive torque wrench I've had forever. I've torqued a billion things with it. I'm just going to slowly work my way up, kind of by feel, until it clicks. It's still pretty loose. And I saw this weird video on YouTube Shorts the other day. Some guy was breaking bolts loose with a torque wrench. What do you think of that? Does that seem like a normal thing to do? Well, these is taking a while to get there. I've got it set to 20 foot-pounds. It's all into aluminum, so I'm always kind of cautious. There's one. There's two. 3. 4. There we go. Check them all. Are you kind of a double bounce torque guy? You know, the old, you that kind of dude, or are you just a single bounce guy? I'm a single bounce. Because when you do the double torque, I feel like you get a little bit more. So now, this thing. You need 2 different types of screwdrivers here. I'm not sure if this is going to work, this one, but can you see what I'm doing? You take this cover off, just a little Phillips screw, and I think I need a bigger flathead. Let's try this one. So apparently you just take this, oh no, it is a little one, it's down inside, even smaller. Hold on, yet. Pause the footage. Here we go. You take a little tiny screwdriver and you turn it clockwise until it sucks it all the way up. And then also, don't be prepared. Don't get your gasket yet. I'm getting it. Hold on. Put your gasket on. And then you just drop this thing on. And you got to hold it. And you got to not have your bolts ready. Oh, I don't remember which ones they are. Can you remember which ones they are? No, this is the wrong tray. Isn't it? Is it not the wrong tray? Is it the right tray? Oh. That one says valve cover. There's three of those. Oh, is this it? I think these are it. Yeah, because they were, what were they? Oh no, I put them down here. Oh man, I'm the worst YouTuber. Here they are. There's one here. I found it. I don't know where the other one is. I bet you it's stuck to the bottom of something. There it is. I gotta hold this thing this whole time. So if you're not an idiot like me, you would have this all prepped and you'd be doing it without a camera on, and maybe you'll be smarter than I am. And he didn't torque these to any kind of spec. I'm just gonna get them, you know, the old elbow torque click. So I think they're good. Still holding the tension. Get these tight, and then you just let go. Boom, tightens the chain. And that's it. I gotta set the valves yet. But I think we'll do that in the next video, because this I think I got an hour of footage now, so I think this is going to be the video. All right. All right, guys, that's we're gonna end the video off here. And you know, again, Frederick, if you answer, you know, within a good timely manner on this first video, I still want to give you the prize. You immediately said the correct answer. But if he doesn't, like I said, we're gonna pick a new question and a new prize. It might not be in this video. I don't know. He might have ruined it for all of us, you know. But let's just we'll hope he decides to answer me, and then we can get him out some nice super clean products. Alright guys, well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for sticking with me, you know, with my crazy upload schedule and everything I've been up to. Hopefully I can get out here more. I want to finish this up. I want to get on the van cart, and I got a couple other secret projects you guys don't even know about yet. So I got a new project in the works. I haven't got it yet. I should have it pretty soon. It's gonna be cool. So all right, you guys, take it easy. Look at that. Not good. How is this thing running? I don't even know.
Out of 10.
Oh.